Hello, friends, frogs, and awesome people. How's everyone doing today? I wanted to remind y'all that the H man and the M woman are getting their Humanitarian of the Year award. I had some thoughts on that. I really do. I'm Cassie. You've joined Cassie Chats. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment or two. Let me know that. Let YouTube know that I've fit their algorithm for them to recommend my video, and that would be awesome. I enjoy being here with you. I love recording, even though my face probably isn't the best to look at. But hey, you know, I have voices. I have new. I'm up to 20 something subscribers, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And the comments are so that we know that we love to hear from you. We do need to know your opinions and that kind of thing. So not only does it help the algorithm of our videos, but it also lets us know uh, what you think, what you would like to hear. What your interactions would be, and we appreciate that. Thank you very much, all the YouTubers. Your opinion means a lot to us. The H man, and the M woman are going to their Humanitarian of the Year award tonight. All we can do is just pray that something happens, not in a bad way, that maybe one or two of them will have the mindset to say, hey, someone deserves this more than we do. I think Gary Sinise deserves it more than anybody. He does so much for the fallen military men and the disabled and things of that nature. I really feel like he deserves it more than anybody. But hey, if you donated to Salvation Army or Goodwill, you probably deserve it more than they do. Just saying. I had some. Everybody has been like covering the Balenciaga gala very, very well. They picked up on a lot of things that I don't care to watch her. She just my my nose has been broken so many times. My glasses are crooked. It's driving me nuts. Okay. Sorry, maybe I don't need them on. How about that? How about them apples? I'll just take the suckers off. I do that a lot, and then I walk out of the house without them, and I'm like, I'm driving on the road and I can't see. Balenciaga. That was a mess. That was a terrible, terrible mess. I don't. That white outfit. I mean, everybody has touched on it, so there's no reason for me to go into it. But it's just reminding you of everything that we've gone through in the last year. We had the 2025 beach romp in white. They've I don't know that they've done anything as far as they did show up for people, the parents of the online bullying and the big S word that we don't like to say on YouTube, that kind of thing. They try to advocate for that, but then she sits there at the Balenciaga and she laughs at a woman that allegedly has fallen. How's that advocating for people that are suffering mentally? I don't know. I mean, because that could have been the last straw for that model. I know, it wasn't. That model probably didn't even care, but it could have been. I mean, if I was a model, I would have taken. Okay, I fell. Why are you laughing? To put everybody at ease, I kind of do laugh when I know people when they have accidents. I don't laugh because it's funny that they get hurt. When I'm around them, I see their faces, and that's what's funny. It's not. I'm trying to make sure before I laugh that they are okay. And I have laughed, but I don't think of it as like I couldn't do it to a stranger. If I saw that model trip, I would be like, oh, I would recognize. But I have laughed at my spouse maybe or my kids, when they've had uh, accidents, and I've seen their faces, and I made sure they were okay. But I did laugh at their faces or the reaction that they had. And I don't mean I'm not being cool. I'm really not. I feel when people say that when they were talking about her laughing at the model, I do realize that I do that, but sorry. So I really can't say anything. I do laugh at the faces and stuff. However, she does this on a grand scale. I have news for you, M woman. You are not. royal. There's no reason for anyone to call you a duchess because you stepped away from that title, you stepped away from that job, you stepped away from that world. There's no reason anyone. You were at a fashion show. You were at, and fashion means a big deal to a lot of people. It has always meant something big, probably from the 1800s. It's always meant something important. It means status. And I've never the most expensive purse I own is probably a Coach purse, or I love Kate Spade. I love some of her products, but I don't go out and I don't go and do a Louis Vuitton or a Balenciaga or anything like that. So, it worries me that she has, as a royal person, has uh, put all her eggs in the fashion industry, the name brand. I didn't think that's what being royal was all about. So I don't feel like she's royal per se. Like I said, she walked away from that era. She's not the prettiest person in the world, and every day that goes by, I used to think she was really pretty, especially when she had weight on her. This was before I knew who she was. I watched Suits. I was watching Suits when it first came out. I rather enjoyed the show, and then I, realized that Meghan Markle was had a black mom and a white dad, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. You couldn't tell. Except for the hair. Once I went back and realized, I was like, oh, she does have the hair. And then these rumors are coming out about how she's such a fashion-forward person and she does this and everything. And then I realized all the bad she does. And that the fashion-forward, model-esque type rumors were coming out everywhere. And now that I realize those were her words, she was using whatever magazine to say that she was in there. She didn't come back to any fashion award, elite, whatever. She didn't go back. She was never a model. She was never a. She was. I never thought she dressed well. I liked some of her outfits on Suits, but they were more, the Ralph Lauren button-up shirts with the classic style, the pencil skirts and the high heels. That was kind of cute, but when you started getting kind of weird outfits on her, it didn't look good. They looked kind of thrown together, and I wasn't very impressed with any of it. And since she's been in the royal family, I can't find not one outfit. Okay, maybe one, maybe two outfits that she looks okay in, but they're not dazzling. They're not dazzling to anyone. There's nothing amazing about her. There's nothing. She's not talented. From what I can tell, I can't see any. She's talented for lying. She's talented for creating chaos. Sorry, I don't think I'm talented at all. I'm very humble, but I do a lot of things that, like I do a lot of crafts, and my children tell me I'm talented. I sing, I do a lot of things. And I don't think so. But that's that humble attitude is a little bit more attractive than for you to say the way Harry bragged about how talented she was and how amazing she was when they first got married. I mean, that's kind of sickening that he would promote her in such a way. I kind of wish I knew what he was thinking and how this evening is going to turn out for them, because I really hope they don't get that award. I know they bought it. I know that it was. I don't think you should do that. I think that should be against the law. I really do. Because when you're awarded something, it is for what you have done. And they haven't done anything other than show up in a few places like the California fires and the Uvalde, all that kind of stuff. They show up where they don't need it. They show up when they think that they're going to be on film, especially her. I really don't see where she's done anything worthy of any. I know they haven't donated any money. I didn't really think they had any more. I thought they'd run through it. And then you hear that on this Paris vacation she decided to take. She was invited by Balenciaga, I think. Heck, we'll never know the whole story. We never will. But I don't believe she should put that bill on Netflix. Netflix had nothing to do with her being there at Balenciaga. Nothing. Nothing. If I were Netflix, I'd turn around and rebill her. I'm not paying for this stuff. For you to show off your facelift and bathrobe and try to be Diana. It's not happening. But I'm not. I watched a video the other day. I want to say it was Jennifer C. and Paula M. And Jennifer C. was saying that we need to pray for her. And we do. We do. We need to pray that she's not so ignorant that she can come out of this somehow and be successful. I don't see her going away. I think this is something we're all. I mean, and what's so sad is like she wants someone to talk about her, whether it's good or bad, and that's not a good attitude to have because no one. I mean, she's a joke. She's made fashion a joke. She's made Paris a joke when it's supposed to be like a real important venture for this fashion week thing. But she's made the royal family somewhat of a joke. By I feel like she purposefully mocked uh, William and Harry. I do. The way that she did the route to Paris and filmed herself, which I've noticed is taken down from her baby. From what I could tell, it was taken down from her Instagram, but she filmed it. It's out there. Everybody has their hands on it. So, I feel like that was all purposeful to hurt the boys or to hurt the family, to hurt the royal family somehow. To put herself in comparison, nobody can compare to Diana. Diana had a problem. Diana had her issues, but you're Meghan. You're who you are. You're nothing like her. You don't have blue eyes. You don't have the blonde hair. There's nothing about you that resembles anything of what Diana had and or was, and you need to accept that. Nothing about you is like Diana. Nothing about you is like Karen. You were born Meghan Markle. You will always be Meghan Markle, and even going into 10 years of you being in the royal family, you're still like the most wicked person I've ever known to exist. But I still pray for you. I do. Y'all may not like that. Y'all may not. But why would I pray for her? She is human. She is a human being. She needs to find her wrongs in life. I mean, the Bible specifically says to pray for your enemies. Even love your neighbors as you love yourself. My neighbor, I did not like him very much. He was kind of a mean guy, but at the end of his life, my husband was there for him, and I kept asking, I'm like, why are you taking care of him with everything that he's put us through? And he's like, it's the neighborly thing to do. And I respected my spouse so much more that I still didn't go over there. I still didn't talk to him in his last days. But that's the thing you're supposed to do. You're supposed to love your neighbors more than you love yourself. As much as you love yourself, whatever protection you feel like you need, your neighbors need that protection. Your neighbors need that prayer. Your neighbors, I mean, it's just a thing to do. So yeah, I do pray that her craziness is corrected. Don't know how well that's going to work if she doesn't lay off the drugs and the booze, but it's there. It's like when your parents maybe are an alcoholic, or your neighbor or your brother or your sister, they're alcoholic, they're drug addicts. You want them to be better. You want them to be, and I know that she cannot be wicked this badly on her. Maybe she is. Maybe she was wicked as a child. I did see some childhood photos, and she's like our videos, and she was bossing people around and telling people what to do, and I'm the princess. And why would you say you didn't know who the family was when you're pretending, obviously, to be a princess? Just bizarre. Bizarre, the lies she tells. Just the craziness. But yeah, I really feel like we should pray for her. But let's just hope that one of them somehow decide to get right in their heart and say, hey, somebody else deserves this award. We cannot accept this. Due to recent events, maybe they'll just go to New York and sit there and forfeit everything. Maybe Harry will get a backbone and say, hey, we're not even going. We may get the award, we may not. Who knows? Maybe we'll sit at home and do absolutely nothing. I don't know. I just hope that somebody else who deserves that award, whether it be me, you, no, I'm just kidding. I would never purchase an award. That is so silly. Why would you do that? I would want to deserve the award, that it's on merit, that it's something that I don't even know that I would accept an award if I deserved it, to be honest. I don't know. Humble versus narcissistic, just saying. Y'all have fun out there. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to have anything to do with it. I'm just going to wait till tomorrow to figure out what goes on with her. She's out there. Wow. Okay. But y'all have a wonderful day. I hope you learned something. I hope you find something to be excited for. I hope you find something to smile about, find something to laugh about. The big belly laughs. I'm real big about the big belly laugh. Me and my daughter, we have those once a day, maybe, together. That kind of thing. Y'all have a wonderful day. Try not to take it too hard if they do the wrong thing and accept the award. I really think Gary Sinise should have it. And I think if Gary Sinise does get that award, that they don't pay them back. I think that they should keep the money. It's not always about money. It's not always about the famous things. It's not always about the brand name things. It's about character. And she has no character. She has no character. Y'all have a good day. See you later. Bye-bye.